It's streaming now. Let me share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see it.
Thanks, Payment. Hi, Pridash. Are you able to speak?
Oh, he had audio problems. Okay.
Okay. So anyway, let's kick off today's meeting. And Pradesh, if you have anything you want to discuss and questions, you can send it in the chat. I just got the message that Toddy will join late. Today we have 3 topics. So for the first one, organ maintenance status, I would like to wait for Toddy join this meeting. So I will
I'm
bring up
here,
this topic.
Yi.
Okay.
Hi.
Sorry. Let me check. Okay. I saw you now in the list. Maybe there will be a delay. Sorry about that. Okay, we have 3 topics today. One is about organ maintenance status update. The second one is the notation V1.1 status checking. The third one was from Feynman to give us an update and asking for a review on the Notary Project logos. Okay, the first topic, organ maintenance status update. Actually, we plan to discuss this last Thursday meeting, but we don't have enough participants at that time. So I also copied the 2 items we want to discuss to this meeting. The first one is about the issue that's created by David a while ago, but we didn't receive much comments yet. Let me switch to that issue. So basically, David created this issue to nominate James to replace augmented Justin. And we have some proposals that Toddy comment in this issue. So one proposal is to nominate James as a maintainer for other repository, for example, .github governance repository, so that he can spend some time contributing to this community. And after 6 months, maybe, then we can review the activities about from James, and we can review the nomination again. Another option is ask the community, especially the org maintainers, to see whether we needed to do any special changes regarding to this nomination. So I support the option 1, which is that James can start a contribution on the Notary Project community, and I also list all the activities that James can contribute. It is not only related to the code, but also there are other activities that he can contribute. And I also propose a time that in 6 months that we can revisit this nomination. Yeah, we also have a Feynman comment. I think he supported the first option as well. So I would like to ask other maintainers, org maintainers comment. And Wani, as you know that you also have this as a follow-up. Would you mind share any updates on this?
I think we have 6 maintainers as of today, isn't it? I think I had a high level discussion with Toddy about this. Let me check.
Currently, this is also related to the second one. So currently, we do have 6 maintainers, but Justin and Steve, they are not active, and probably they will be stepping down. With that, we will only have 4 maintainers, and we have the goal that at minimal we should have 6 maintainers. So this
Yeah,
is connected, to the.
I think Nias continues to be the maintainer along with Pritesh. So we have Shive and Toddy, and then we'll have James, right? In
James,
place of Justin. So we are short with 1, right?
For James, our proposal is to give some time for James to contribute, because based on current governance documents, he is not qualified at this moment. So we propose that the option 1, that as Toddy proposed, that James can start to contribute to the community. Then we will revisit this nomination in 6 months. So this is also the purpose of this discussion, that we would like to have Vani and other org maintainers from AWS to comment on this issue to see which option you support. So if you all agree with the first option, please comment so that we can also so that James and also the David, I think it's David, right? David, they will know, and they will start the contribution. Yeah. And as I know that James is joining this our Thursday community meeting. Yeah.
So we are short with 2, is it? So,
Yeah.
okay.
So the ask here is since this issue has been open for a while ago, 2 weeks ago, so please, Wani, can you comment tomorrow?
Sure.
Or any org maintainers from your side can comment so that we will know what's the decision for this issue.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So would you mind do it as soon as possible?
Yes. Yeah. I'll take it. Sure.
Okay. Thanks, Wani. Toddy, do you have any other comments on this issue?
Not on this particular issue. I remember Nias was working on some proposal for what is the role of the org maintainer. Salvani, do you know anything about that, or?
No, try to discuss, but last couple of weeks was pretty busy here internally. So I'll just talk to Nias about that. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, if we can wrap this kind of governance stuff as soon as possible, that will be great.
Sure, I'll take it.
Yeah, thanks, Toddy. related to the augmented status, we also have the second one, as we just talked about this a little bit. It's about we still missing two new augmenters. Because we have a two from Microsoft, two from AWS, and James. We will discuss that, but currently he will not replace Justin, so that we are missing two new augmenters. So Wani, could you also take this with the first item as well for internal discussion and bring back the opinions or comments on this?
That is the replacing, right? Replacing all.
One is about one is about whether you all agree that James will contribute for at least 6 months. Then we review the nomination. Another one is about since we currently have 4 augmenters and Justin and Steve, they will be stepping down, so we are missing 2 augmenters. So we would like to also hear opinions or any candidates from your side on this one, so that we know how to move forward. If we all agree that we should nominate the 2 new augmenters from the sub-project maintainers, then we will start the process of nomination. Yeah, so actually these two items need your help to address them as soon as possible so that we can move forward. Yeah, hopefully, I think we have Thursday meeting. Hopefully you can bring updates, comments on this Thursday meeting.
Sure.
Okay, that's the first topic. Anything else you want to discuss on the first topic?
Sorry, I'm late. Did anyone have any questions about Justin and James?
Hi, David. We just discussed about that, and on this issue, we have several comments that myself and Feynman, we are supporting the option 1 that from Today's comments that James can start contributing in the Notary Project, and we revisit this nomination in 6 months. And Wani from AWS, he will bring back this issue for discussion and come back with some comments and suggestions in this issue by this Thursday.
Okay, James will be on the call Thursday.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Again, sorry.
No problem. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, so Wani, if you have something already discussed before Thursday, feel free to comment on this issue as well.
Okay, yeah. I'll talk to Nias about that. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, then we move to the second topic. The second topic is about notation v1.1 release. So the original plan is last week, but we didn't manage to do that. This week, the latest status that we almost have all the PR merged. Let me open the board. So for 1.1, we only have one issue. This issue is related to the error message guideline. It's a documentation for overall guideline for the for improving error message. And as we also discussed that previously, this will not block in the 1.1 release. So with that, I think we are ready to kick off the notation 1.1 release, including notation CLI, Notation Go, and the Notation Core Go. And as a usual, we will also publish a release blog on our website. So any comments on this? Vani, Pradesh?
Will we be doing 1.1 release for Gogo also? Because I don't think we made any significant feature change there.
You mean 1.1 for Notation Core Go?
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't cut the release, right? But it should be ready for that.
No, do we want to do 1.1 for Gogo? Because we haven't made any feature change there. If we haven't made feature change, we don't need to increase the minor version. We can just increase the patch version there.
Let me check. Yeah, by checking their PRs, it's true. Yeah, we don't have any features or small improvements. Let me check that. Maybe we have some small enhancements. So you are suggesting that for notation Cogo, we just cut a patch release.
Yes.
With that, will it be, I mean, from the experience point of view, the notation core Go, we just have a patch release. However, for Go and CLI, we have 1.1. Would it be good that we have a unified version together?
I don't think we should have a unified version. For notation Pogo, it is designed to be, updated slowly, because it's core.
Okay, so it's okay that we can have a different versioning for that or release cadence.
Yes.
So
basically, when we say 1.1, we mean the CLI.
Okay. I just did a quick walkthrough. It seems only this one. This one, this PR. But anyway, this is not a feature. It's just a small enhancement for notation core Go. Okay, so any other comments besides this? So for notation core Go, we will have a patch release this time. Okay. So with that, we are aligned that for notation 1.1 release, we will kick off the release process, and this release will including notation 1.1, notation Go 1.1, and the notation core Go, I think 1.0.1 as a patch release.
Going back to, sorry, I'm jumping back to that two new org maintainers. If we have one, if we suggest one from AWS, then who is the other person we are thinking here?
You mean the two new org maintainers?
Yeah.
I think before James become the org maintainer, currently we have 4, right? We can one proposal is we can nominate one from your side and one from Microsoft side. And the 6 org maintainers can be the minimal org maintainers, minimal number of org maintainers, so that later, if James is qualified and we vote for him, then we will have 7 org maintainers in that case.
Okay. Is there any, so we need to open an issue, right? For whoever is
Yeah.
getting nominated, right? Okay.
Yes, if we all agree with this, I think after you discuss with Nias, if we all agree with this, then we can start creating issue for nomination as we did previously for Pritesh, Shui, and Toti.
Okay.
Okay, thanks, Vani. Okay, back to the second topic. If no comments, we will soon kick off the release process. Okay, then we move to the third topic. It is about Notary Project logo updates from Payman. Payman, over to you. Do you want me to share something, or you want to share?
It's just a minor updates on the logo, so I will not need to share my screen, but I will need you to help click on the link and direct to the comment.
Okay.
Yeah, it's this issue. I commented with the new logo design from CNCF, and I would like to gather comments from all of the maintainers in this meeting and also in the community. So as you may remember that we updated the project name from Notary to Notary Project last year, and so we requested CNCF to help us redesign the logo and register the new trademark based on the new project name, the Notary Project, right? So after a few months discussion, and CNCF prioritized this work recently, and they provided the latest design for Notary Project. The horizontal and the vertical version are listed here. So if you think this design looks good to you, or you may have any suggestions, please comment in this issue or let me know, or you can share any ideas in this meeting. We're open to that. And this is a design from CNCF. It's not designed by me or by someone from us. The original idea is to insert the text project into the original Notary logo and use the same typeface for the project. So there's no very big change compared with the original logo. And again, we will need this logo to please, Vani.
Yeah, so this is the first time we are seeing, right, today, the logo itself.
Fanny, could you rephrase your question? Sorry.
No, was there any suggestions from the community meeting to get this 2 types of logos, or it is just
It's just one, but has 2
okay?
kinds of format. One is vertical, another one is horizontal.
No, what I was talking is whoever designed this, was there a design discussion for them to come up with this logo, the CNCF?
Yeah, actually, there was some discussion around this
Okay.
with CNCF. They can provide this kind of service, and they reach out to Feynman, and Feynman is closely working with them. So I think today this is one result that the CNCF and also Feynman they come out with this proposal and asking for suggestions from the whole community. The goal is that to decide what will be the new logo, whether the current proposal is good enough.
Okay. Thanks.
Toddy, please.
Yeah, Vani, just to add some context, I don't know whether you remember, but last summer we came up with kind of the branding and naming of the project. So we spent in the summer quite some time together with CNCF. So we decided to go with Notary Project going forward, just to make sure that there is no confusion around the Notary and Notary Project and what actually one is and the other is. This is at that time we said that we would like to also update the logo. We wanted to do more of a kind of low-key update, not to change the logo completely, but just add the project word to it. And that is kind of the proposal that Feynman and the CNCF designers came up with. That's the one thing. And I think Feynman, the other thing that I think you're also working with CNCF is to file a trademark for Notary Project as a term and CNCF trademark. Does that gives you the context, Vani?
Yeah. Thank you.
I think you were kind of off at that time when we finalized that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Toddy, for the clarifications. So Wani, I remember we also published some clarifications on the project terms and finding that page and share it with you. We have a FAQ page that clarifies those historical terminologies that we used in the Notary Project.
Thank you, Phil. Thank you.
Feynman, I have one question. Is there any timeline for finalize this one so that the community will be aware of what's the last day to provide the feedback, if any?
I expect that we can make decision before January 25 because we will need to submit this logo to CNCF and make sure they use the new logo to create materials for KubeCon EU.
Okay, January 25 is actually Thursday, right? So before end of Thursday.
Correct.
Oh,
maybe we
okay.
can check it back on Thursday's meeting and see whether we have enough approvals or comments gathered by the end of Thursday.
Okay. Actually, we have this issue created. So maybe we can also for the maintainers, org maintainers, we can comment on that issue so that you can collect the it before end of Thursday, so that we can make a decision based on that. Is it good suggestion that the whole community can comment on this one, on this issue?
Yeah. And if you think this design looks good to you, please comment on this issue. If you have any ideas, please share it in the comment.
Okay, anything else, Feiman, you want to discuss around this?
No, I think that's enough.
Okay, thanks. I think the governance maintainers and org maintainers can comment on this issue. If you are supporting this new design, you can comment +1 or look good to me. Similar. Okay, so let's get this completed before end of Thursday. Okay, I think I have covered all the topics. Anything else you want to discuss? I saw comments from in the chat that Wani, I saw your message for the nomination. We need to have a issue, create an issue similar as we did previously for Pradesh, Shui, and Toddy. Could you take a look at the issue and also we needed to have this similar issue created for the nomination, then asking for votes.
Sure. You want me to create the
I
issue?
can create the issue.
You can?
I think
Okay.
I can create the issue for one year.
Thanks. Yeah.
It's actually self-nomination or nominated by other folks are both okay. Okay, thanks, Pradesh. One more thing, this is actually address the second one. So that means also means that we are aligned that we can nominating 2 new org maintainers, right? With that, so that we will have one more from AWS side and one more from Microsoft side. And for the gems, so I'm still expecting that one you can comment and other org maintainers can comment on this issue created by David to show you opinions so that we can align this under this issue. Okay, then we on Thursday we can finalize it and we can review the nomination for James in 6 months, basically in June this year, 2024. Actually, I have one more thing, not in the agenda. We plan this sign up tree data for 1.1. I would like to know the current status, but Rakesh didn't join. So anyone from your side, AWS side knows this progress?
So we are still implementing. We are in process of implementing that. So I would be working on that from next week, and I think Alicia will start working on that. He already raised a PR for console changes. So if we would be like doing a spec updates and code changes in parallel, roughly.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, I remember we did some discussion around the trust policy improvements, right? So we also have this specification updates required. Okay, so the specification and the implementation are in parallel. Okay. So feel free to send out the review PRs for the specification and the implementation in the step chat or ping us.
So for specification, PRs are already out. I think Rakesh raised a newer version, so feel free to review them.
So for the implementation, you'll be in the PR in the notation repo, right?
For spec changes in specification repo, he raised, I think, a newer version. Or in CLI, let me check that. Just give me a minute. I think he raised. He did ping me on that. I forgot. Yeah, CLI changes. He did update the specification. The PI is 811. I'm showing the link on Zoom. Here we go. 811, sorry. Not the specification of the notation changes.
Okay. For the specification, we still need more time, right? Based on the comments from
Yes.
Rakesh 4 days ago.
So he's still making the updates based on recent discussion. So it will take time for those. Yeah.
Okay.
But we do have CLI experience PR ready.
Okay. (811).
Yes.
Okay, this one. Okay. 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 I think at least based on the current comments, comment status, some of them are already resolved. Yeah. Okay. We will take a look and review this PR. Okay. I don't have anything else want to discuss.
I just noticed that there might be a suggested change that we need to make in the Notary Project spec, and this in the plugin spec, because there are some outdated information according to the latest updates of notation v1.1. I just shared the link in our chat. So if we want to cut v1.1 for the specification repository, I think we will also need to update this spec, but there will not be too many things to be changed in this spec, but a few outdated information, and as well as the installation requirements that we need to add to related section. Because recently we have been testing a few plugins with notation v1.1, and we find that different plugins may have their own conventions or formats to distribute their plugins. So I think we will need to document that in this plugin spec and also update some of the outdated information in this document.
Okay. One thing is that for the plugin installation guide, will that be part of this specification?
No.
I don't think so.
It's
Uh,
not the plugin installation guide. That guide will be submitted to the Notary Project documentation, the website. So for the plugin format requirement and the distribution requirement, I think we will need to document that in this page. And as you can see, there are some outdated information here, like the commands, and also some information that still points to v1.1. So I think we will need to update those outdated information here. It's not a big change, but just to make sure this is aligned with the v1.1.
With that, do we want to cut a release for the specification? This was not originally planned. If that is the case, we may think to cut the specification release as well.
I think we will also need a new release for the specification repo, because there should be some of the changes need to be made in the plugin extensibility file. And we can also check if there's any other changes in other documents of the specifications.
Yeah, I would like to hear any comments from other maintainers. For this kind of specification change, we also need to plan a specification release accordingly. I think for the notation plugin, it is only this file, right? This document plugin extensibility.
Correct. Because most of the plugin spec are documented in the notation CLI repo. We have a plugin CLI spec. But some of the conventions should be documented here.
What kind of conventions we are talking about here?
For example, we noticed that they are not all plugin vendors publish the checksum, right? And some of the plugins doesn't provide executable permission, or provide more than two executable files in their compressed plugin file. So I think we should have a unified convention here to tell the plugin publishers what is the right or consistent format of the plugin file, and the recommendations for plugin publishers to package and distribute their plugin. This is the plugin conventions that I would like to add to this spec. Another thing is that
I think that should go in the notation package, not here, since it's related to the CLI, which communicates that. Also, probably this specification should be also moved to notation repo. And I like, I think it depends upon individual plugin owner or publisher to decide what they package inside that. We can provide some best practices. We cannot have a guideline around it that, okay, you have to do that. The best we can do is, okay, this is what we recommend. But again, if they have two files, they have two files.
If they have two executable files, that will not be supported by notation plugin system.
That's fine. I think that should, I mean, if they're two executable files with same name, then yes. If they have different name, then we should be able to support that, right? If they don't start with notation hyphen prefix, then we should be able to support that. We can have something, okay, this is what we support, this is what we recommend. We cannot have specific, okay, they have to do it. It would be, I would say, wrong saying that.
Yeah, some of the conventions are recommended and some of them are must, because if we don't have a unified conventions here, the plugin vendors or publishers will have their own format to package and distribute those plugins. The users will install failed when they
that
use
depends, right?
v1.1.
For example, if they
Mhm.
want to have let's say different convention to install, that should also be fine. We should be open to supporting that. I think it will be better if we can raise the PR and then we can talk about it on that. At least we'll get an idea what changes we are planning to make here.
Yeah,
Does it sound
I had an
okay? Yeah.
issue created. I had an issue created that clarifies what want to be changed in the plugin spec. I can find that issue link. But apart from the conventions, there are a few outdated information in this page. So one part is that, as you can see, the commands, it only lists the list, notation plugin list here, but without other commands here. And for the plugin, maybe you can scroll down a bit. For the installation, we also didn't mention the current installation methods provided by notation v1.1. Pritesh, I saw your comment in the chat box. We should move this file to notation CLI repo, right?
Yeah, I mean, this only works in notation. Without notation, there is no meaning of the specs.
Can you clarify on this comment?
So for
understand.
Plugin extensibility without notation, plugin doesn't exist, right? Probably, even if I write, I cannot do anything with the plugin. It's a notation, not a specification, right? I can create a new CLI tool which follows Notary Project specification and not use the plugin, right? So probably we should also move this specification out of this repo to notation repo, so that whenever we update a CLI experience in notation, we will update this specs also.
So when a plugin publisher develops a plugin for Notary Project or for notation CLI, which file should they follow? Because
yes, I understand the thing. Probably this is the wrong location for this specification. We should move it to the notation repo instead of the specifications repo, because plugin doesn't exist without notation CLI or notation Go. I mean, you need notation for this plugin experience, right? So probably this thing like this might be a wrong repo, and because of that, we forgot to update this spec. So basically, you'll have to keep two repo in sync. One is when you update notation CLI experience, you'll also have to update plugin extensibility also, right? That's where the mismatch is right now. So if we move this specification to notation repo, probably we will do a better job of keeping it up to date.
So are you suggesting moving the whole file, the plugin extensibility file, to the CLI repo, or just?
Yeah. Well, it's a notation convention. It doesn't have to do with any specification, right? This is specification for just notation. So for example, I can use the other specification like signature format or anything like that. I can use that specification to create a new CLI rule which has different plugin format or which don't even need plugin. I mean, probably it can be discussed some other time, but I think that's the root cause why this specification doesn't have every functionality which we have in notation, which this specification does a good job of specifying all the commands which we have for plugin, notation plugin. Does that make sense?
Part of it, and I'm still confusing that why we need to move the whole plugin extensibility file, the whole plugin, into the CLI repo.
Because it's tied to notation, not to specification. Unless you say it's a notation specification, then yes. But we don't say that. I mean, it's a discussion for another time. Right now, we don't need to do it.
Yeah, I don't think we don't need to do it at this moment, and this also we also need to consider some links we already shared. But I think it's since the plugin is only related to notation, right? So as Pradesh explained, so it's reasonable. So I think we can create an issue for tracking this plugin extensibility documents. What is the location for it? And related to the 1.1 plugin improvements, we can focus on the convention first. So Feynman, maybe you can create a PR firstly, so that we can review that. As you mentioned, you have an issue, right? It's better that we
Correct.
can have a PR to update it. So later, once we decide the best location for this document, maybe it will be with the notation CLI. So with that, so anything we changed on the plugin CLI experience, we can update this document properly. So we can do it separately. So 1.1 release, maybe you can create a PR for updating this document in this specification repo for the convention.
Yeah, I agree. And we can do it in two separate things. One is to, I will raise a PR to document what are the conventions for the plugin format. And another thing is from Pratesh, whether we should move the whole plugin spec into notation CLI repo. Maybe Pratesh, you can help to create an issue and clarify on that why we want to move the whole plugin spec to the CLI repo. These two things are not conflicted, I think. Yeah, I saw thumbs up from Pratesh.
Okay. Anything else?
Nothing from my side.
Okay, if no other things to discuss, we only have 2 minutes left. So yeah, so let's close today's meeting. Thank you for joining. Have a nice day. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.